Yes, I got a hair transplant. But the story, it didn't start here. When I got to my late 20s, I started losing more hair, and it got worse every day. However, I was still in the denial phase. But one day, I received an email from the hair transplant expert Ahmed Barim from Cab Health in Turkey. He said, "We would love to fly you to Istanbul and offer you an FUE hair transplant." And as you can see, I said yes. A few weeks ago, the moment arrived. We flew to Istanbul to begin the journey towards getting my hair back. We are waiting for the taxi, and we also see a lot of people going at the hospital for the hair transplant.
You're not the only one. I think it's the most special car I've ever been in. The only thing missing is the champagne.
We're gonna enter the room. It is actually dark now because it's evening, and we were really thinking that it would be cold in Istanbul, but it is not. Mira is already settling in, feeling home. That's our room for 4 nights. And I think we have a nice view of the entire city. We're gonna show you in the morning, you know. Now maybe we go for falafel, Mira?
Yeah.
Well, at least one of us enjoyed this trip to the fullest. I asked my contact person. She told that everything from measuring my head, cutting, shaving my head and everything, the whole entire operation, that would take around 7 hours. So it's gonna be a really long day, and the crazy part is it's gonna be a really long night because I have to sleep sitting straight, how you sit on an airplane. So yeah, let's first enjoy the breakfast, and also with the breakfast there comes one more condition. You cannot drink coffee on the day of operation. The taxi is downstairs. Just having a look at my hair for the last time. And then it's showtime. Now the nerves are kicking in.
Is this nerves?
I'm just warming up my hand. I'm not nervous. Not nervous.
You sweaty?
No, it's just my shiny head. So now we are in the. This is where I would be, right?
Yes.
So this would be my home for next, I think, 7 hours. And now I just have to take off my clothes and wear the clinical garment.
Oh, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. To be doing the blood test just to make sure that I don't have any diseases. 54.
54.
Yeah.
Man, no
53.
nerves. He never has nerves.
So my current heartbeat is 53. So let's see how it is during operation. In the first half, they would take the follicles, which is from the donor area. So then I have to sleep the other way, so that I'm just lying down in a massage, like how you have in the massage chair.
There's the hole.
That is the hole. And then in the second half, they start putting it in the area where it's needed. So how do you feel, Mira?
I'm sure I'm more nervous than Adi. Like, I'm not really brave if it comes to medical things. So yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I must say it feels really like the people are really friendly. They explain everything really well, and so that you feel really comfortable here. But the process, like it's a whole process, and for me it was kind of new. And yeah, I just really hope Adi stays brave the whole day.
No, I would sleep. So luckily the blood test was all fine. So now we are going for the hair design. How my rest of the life would look like.
You know that the back of your shirt is open, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. It's a nice fashion.
Yeah.
The muscles. Bring your hairline downer than this, lower than this, because she thinks it's good here.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah. Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
Or maybe I changed my mind.
Go.
I think it's looking way better than what I thought.
This is the donor area that they don't use.
Okay. Stay on your side.
And how many crafts would I need?
I think we will take 4,000 best.
4,000.
maybe more than.
Wow.
You look a bit like a monk.
Monk.
Yeah.
So now I would be lying down and I would be getting the anesthesia, and they would be taking out the things from my donor area. So we'll see you in 3 hours?
3 hours.
3 hours. We'll see. Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah. While I'm lying here for hours, let's take a moment to share our adventure in Istanbul from 24 hours ago. Trust me, Istanbul is an amazing city. With delicious food, beautiful buildings, and friendly locals, it's definitely worth arriving early to explore this Turkish city. We're just done with the 7-hour-long surgery. I thought that it would be quite hectic, but it was not that. At one point, you're just lying down, listening to Turkish music, watching some nice videos, and just time flies. And I think I have to see myself properly in the mirror and see how I look. But yeah, my head is completely numb. So even if I put my head on the pillow, I don't feel that it's going back on the pillow. It's completely numb. So you don't feel any pain at all. Just first 5 minutes you feel pain when they're putting the anesthesia with the injection. But after that, it's just really smooth. But I'll tell you the entire process when we go to the hotel. So then I can also explain Mira and I can explain you as well how the entire process is. Here in the hotel, and I don't know how Mira would be reacting because Mira already left because she has to still work. Let's see, I'm scared for her reaction. I hope I'm knocking the right room.
I'm really nervous.
You're ready? You're nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Uh-oh, I should be nervous.
I
Open
am.
the door, Mira.
I'm so scared. I almost have to. I'm really scared. Oh.
What?
That's really not that bad as I thought. Ooh, I'm a bit scared, Adi. I'm a bit shaky.
But I have to tell you about the entire procedure.
Oh, I'm so nervous all day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing.
You should see my stress level.
Oh, my stress level.
Yeah.
I even went in the bathtub. I thought, oh, I have to relax. And then it was too warm and I got up.
We never thought this day would come.
No.
In Turkey.
I'm a bit afraid to sit too close to touch it.
Yeah.
Because it's really not allowed to touch it.
No. So I'll explain you what happens in the beginning.
Okay.
So when you're left after the haircut, I had to sit like in a massage style,
Yeah.
you know, in that chair. And then the anesthesia started. They start putting injection, you know, in the backside, and it was painful. It would pain like, you know, like when you pull your hair, like
Yeah.
just a little bit of hair,
Yeah.
really hard. It would hurt like that. So that was fine. And once I knew that, okay, this is what the pain level is, then you prepare yourself that, okay, fine. And then someone is rubbing something.
When they took it out, the donors.
You don't feel nothing. All you hear is sounds.
Oh.
So from the sound, you can make it out that someone is picking it up, someone is shaving your, you know, skin a little bit. I still don't know exactly what was happening, but it was super pain-free. And
you were still laying like this,
for
right?
3 hours, but sometimes they would move your head like this to take it out from this side, then this, and then this. So, you know, you have to turn around, but your neck would of course hurt because if you're doing like this, you know.
And you didn't have to pee.
I had to pee by the end.
Oh, I
So
felt so nervous. I thought, oh, I'm sure he has to pee at one point, and then you're there.
So I asked him, excuse me, how long it's left? 20 minutes.
Oh,
It was not 20 minutes, it was 1 hour. And I was also a bit shaky in the beginning. I'm still a bit shaky now. I don't know,
Yeah, of
maybe
course.
because of lack of water, but I was a bit shaky in the beginning. So maybe that was just like this unconscious nervousness.
That is me nervous. Some people
Yeah.
shake, some people cry, some people scream.
So then I was realizing, okay, I'm shaky and this and that. But then you get used to it because, yeah, also the staff were pretty casual.
They were really friendly. The
Really?
ones I saw were
Really nice, really
yeah.
nice stuff. But then after the first break, then we had to do this part. So
You had to-
again, anesthesia.
Oh, there's a different anesthesia.
Yeah, because that was just for back. So now this time I'm lying down like this. This time they did this again, like here, 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 like all in the front, and then around this area, and then few minutes, like 5 minutes. It's just literally 5 minutes of pain, and then you just like someone is just doing something on your head. It's almost like drawing, you know, someone is drawing something, but then you can hear the needles.
So, but when it was here, you saw everything going through your head,
No,
right?
no. I was really down, and they were behind me.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
that's scary if you see all these needles
Yeah,
and
that's what I
stuff
thought.
coming. Yeah.
That's what I thought. But they were behind me, and they also put a little paper on, like a towel
yeah,
on my
yeah.
head, because they were spraying this, I think, antiseptic or something, some alcohol, so that it's not being infected. And that took 4 hours.
4 hours
Because
sitting.
they had to I put 4,000 grafts, and grafts is like one dot of hair, I think. I could be wrong.
I think they all talk about grafts.
Grafts, so
you
it's
see
like
it a lot in the YouTube thumbnails.
the more bald you are, the more grafts you need. But 4,000 to 5,000, it's like really pushing it max. Otherwise, you need 2 surgeries that I would have.
Okay.
But some people who just have in the front, they need 1,500 to 2,000. So their operation would be super fast.
It's smart if you see that you start losing hair. Sometimes you have to do it before it gets worse.
Because then also you have a lot of donor area.
Yeah.
A lot of guys this is completely bald, they don't have enough donor areas left to cover this. With this 4-hour duration, there was a break in between. She put my chair in like for I think 45 degrees, then it's like lunch.
Oh, to bring it in a plate.
Yeah. And before that, they cleaned the room so that I don't feel disgusted with all the blood and everything. So I ate something there. It was nice. It was really nice. But yeah, they were really, they were really patient, careful with everything, And my head is completely numb. So sometimes they would tell that, bring your head up so that they can put this bandage. And then they would say, bring your head down. And my head is already touching the pillow, but I don't realize because it's numb.
Oh, really?
So now if I hit something, I wouldn't know that it's touching somewhere.
Oh, so you're also coming too close with your hands every time.
Yeah, so
Keep
I
your
wouldn't know that
distance,
it's
Ali.
touching somewhere.
And now,
So that's really scary.
Will it look worse than this?
No, so now, day after tomorrow, we'll go for hair wash. And they also remove this bandage because this is the donor area, so it has to be a bit more protected. And after that, it's left open. But overall, I think it was fine. Like, it took 8 hours in total I was there. But yeah, but it's like, you have, like, this is the process.
Yeah, of course, you cannot.
So, like, if you are
take
in,
their time.
yeah, if you are in this mindset that this has to be done, so this has to be done. Like, there is no
Yeah, and then next
pain
year
or
again.
this or that. Yeah, but next year would be a bit more smaller, I think, duration, because I don't think I would need a lot. But I would be honest, I was not that shocked with the bald look.
No, he really looked like a monk.
I thought
Really?
I'd look like a gangster.
He said, yeah, I look so tough. Like, no, everything but tough. You looked really like a cute monk.
You guys have to let us know what you think.
A monk.
Would you keep? I think if
It's
I
still really
wouldn't
cool.
keep that. I wouldn't mind keeping that look.
No, not too late.
No, but I also would like to have nice hair.
She said that a lot of guys, they were afraid for their bald look, and when they shaved it, they were a lot of times like, oh, wow.
I just look like another guy who has a shaved head.
So maybe also consider the option to just first shave it and see how it looks.
Yeah, so you see now?
But yeah, if you don't want to be that bald guy, then go for this.
Yeah.
Oh, Adi, don't come too close.
I'm just checking if the audio is
I'm
recording.
so scared that he touches me.
And also, I got like 4 or 5 buttoned shirt, which I never wear, so I can use all of them. So that's what I think, if you're coming here, really bring those. And I also got a little bag.
You got also medicines and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and there's a lot of medicine, so we have to
Yeah.
read it and see how we have to eat it.
We?
Yeah, you have to remind me.
Oh, you have to eat it. I
Yeah.
will go through it, yeah.
So I'll give you a check, yeah.
Oh, don't go too close.
Look at this, yeah. This is it. And this is how the sides look. This is the back. And this is the side. So here we are, hair transplant.
Hey, you have some other shampoo.
Gone not wrong in Turkey, hopefully.
It's nice. It looks really fancy.
So this is my evening look. And Mira can show behind how safe my head is. You can show me.
What's happening with your eyes? Is this one eye already sleeping?
My head is
One
numb,
eye
right?
is going everywhere. So yeah, you want to risk it.
It's not risking, it's so far away.
Okay.
If this pad touches, it's fine.
Okay.
This is the first day after our surgery. One thing I would really tell you, really get a nice head pillow, a really good quality head pillow, because that saved my life. If I had the ordinary one, the inflatable one, that wouldn't do the job. So I had a really nice head pillow, and that just helped me sleep maybe, I think, 5 hours and 19 minutes. I was awake here and there for 2 hours, so sometimes I'll just wake up in the middle of the night. Not because of pain, just because of the bad sleeping posture. And with the pain, I just felt zero pain. Just this part is a little bit annoying. It's like kind of tightening my head here too much. And I also wanted to show you some paperwork. So what I was telling you about the medication, they give this full-on list of all the tablets, what I have to eat, and all the shampoo and lotion or what I have to put on my head. But the tablets, all the instructions is super clear, so even an idiot like me can understand what we have to do. And tomorrow is also one more exciting part. Tomorrow we'll go for my first head wash. Then they would also tell the way to how to shampoo your hair. It's not like shoo, 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 shoo. You really have to be really gentle, tap your head and stuff. A lot of precautions, but they say that all these precautions you only have to follow until 10 days. So first 10 days are really important, and after that, just live a normal life. And also, I think we did a really good job that we came one day before the surgery. So we had one day, to blend in Istanbul, explore the city. Because I also saw a lot of people going out and exploring in the busiest area, in the central bazaar. That's the last place you want to go with everything just open, So we were so happy that we explored one day before. So if you have time, just come one day before, just blend in the city, enjoy some delicious food, because I don't think I would want to go out exploring. Maybe we just go for lunch really around the corner. But exploring the city is really not good, because also you shouldn't keep this operated area under the sun for really long. So yeah, no exploring, just chilling on the couch, chilling in the bed, maybe watch some Netflix. So we're checking out of this beautiful hotel. It was really nice staying here, and of course luxury at its best. Oh, the taxi is here. To make sure that I'm bending so low that my head is not hitting anywhere. Now I'll get to see. Oh, there's some stars, Mira.
Yeah, watch out, don't go too hard.
Oh yeah, what if the star touched my head? And I'm back to the old room where I spent 7 hours. Oh, this one. Oh, so this is how the washing room looks. They put a lotion here and they took out the band-aid. It's burning a little bit because when they ripped it out, it was burning. So I hope that it gets better with time. So the second last step for today is the hair wash. So that's where we're going now. So this hair wash would clean all the blood around my neck.
Yes.
So we are done with the PRP injection, and I think this was the last process, right, Mona? Oh, this injection didn't hurt as compared to the anesthesia one because it was just really thin needle, I guess. So yeah, I think we are done with the entire process, and now today I think also I'm ready to fly. So these wounds, they can remain open, and they should be open, I think, to get more air and get more dry. So yeah, it would just be like a normal wound, and over time it should be drying off if I take all the medications, if I do all the procedure what I have told to do. So yeah, I think we are done. And just like that, we were done with the hair transplant and we flew back to the Netherlands. This is how my morning looks. The first thing what I have to do is put this lotion. You have to be really careful with how you put this lotion. Put this lotion, leave it for half an hour, and then you have to shampoo, and I'll show you how to put the lotion. So you have to really rub the donor area, and the donor area has recovered really good. When they opened the bandage before the first wash, it looked so terrible. It almost looked like my head was burnt in fire or something because the whole skin was removed. It was all red, it was all burning, so it was really sensitive. If it was a little bit cold around, you would feel it. If it was a little bit hot, the environment, you would feel it. But luckily it recovered really good. You see, on the implanted area, you have to just tap really carefully because you don't want to rub it, because if you rub it, the scabs might fall off. And after I'm done with putting this lotion, I would have to shampoo my head in half an hour. So just leave this lotion for a bit, just let it sit down. That was the hair washing process, and this is what I look like after a week. And if you see my donor area, I think everything is healed really good. Here we are 16 days after the hair transplant, and this is how it looks now. You can see the top. And now I can touch the scalp and I can just live as a normal human being. The first 2 weeks you have to be really careful, and during the last updates you see a lot of scabs here, all the black things, and all those things, they started coming out after day 10, because after day 10, instead of just tapping on my head during the shampoo, I had to rub it. So I had to really kind of scrub them out, but in a gentle way. And that's what I did. And here's a photo after my first shampoo of scrubbing the scabs. Whatever hair you are seeing right now, everything what has been implanted, that would fall out after, I think, week 4. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna enjoy this. And after all the implanted hairs have fallen out, my new hair would start growing by the end of 3rd and the beginning of 4th month. And by end of the year, it would look as if I never got any hair transplant. So yeah, I am also really loving this look. I think it looks really cool. This whole hair transplant process, it just exceeded my expectations. Especially a huge shout out to Mr. Ahmed and his team for flying us out to Istanbul and taking care of us and giving us the best service possible. And if you're planning to do your hair transplant as well, you can, without any doubt, go to Cab Health Clinic in Istanbul and get your hair transplant done. From getting picked up from the airport to going back and forth from the hotel to the clinic to the entire surgery, everything went super smooth. If you want your hair transplant done, go click the link in the description or go to cabhealth.com and enter our code Let's Meet Abroad 10 to get 10% off on your hair transplant surgery. And if you want to see my hair transplant journey, I will be posting one YouTube short every month just to give you my life update on how my hair is going. So if you haven't, subscribe to this channel and we'll see you in the next one.